This week, my oldest son will start his senior year, and my youngest will start 8th grade. And even saying those words out loud, it doesn't quite feel real. And the other day, I found myself doing something I haven't done in years. I went back and I reread some of the very first blog posts I wrote when I first started doing blog writing for my practice. And at the time, I wasn't even sure what I was building as a business. And I definitely wasn't thinking about YouTube or social media at the time. I was just a mom trying to make sense of this brand new season of life. And one of those posts was about my son starting kindergarten. And at the time I wrote about packing lunches, learning a new routine, and wondering why in the world kindergartners had homework. And then I came across a story I had completely forgotten about. Apparently it had been a Friday afternoon, and my husband looked at me and said, "You know what I figured out today?" And I asked him, "What?" And he said, "We have 17 more years of weeks like this." I remember how overwhelming that time was. And now I'd give anything to sit across from those younger versions of ourselves for just a few minutes. Because when I reread those blog posts, I realized that something that caught me completely off guard is that I thought I was writing to encourage other parents. But what I realized is I was writing to myself. Because over and over again, I reminded myself to stay in the moment, to remember that every stage would pass, to stop worrying so much about what came next. And I smiled and cried as I read those words because they felt so familiar. Then I found another post from first grade, and then I found another post from middle school, which I never did post, but each one captured a different version of me. The kindergarten mom, the first grade mom, the mom trying to let go as middle school just brought more independence. And now I'm the mom getting ready to send one child into his senior year and another into 8th grade. And each version of me believed that stage was the one I needed to figure out. But now looking back, I don't think parenting was ever about figuring it out. It's about growing through it. Now, people sometimes ask me how I found the work that I do and why I care so deeply about parents and why I spend my days talking about attachment, relationships, postpartum mental health, and just the emotional experience of raising children. And the honest answer is that I didn't find this work. It actually found me. And the day I became a mom, my oldest made me a mother, and he introduced me to the kind of love and vulnerability that I have never experienced before. And because of him, I became fascinated by attachment relationships, by maternal mental health, by what happens after we become parents. Happy with Baby, my book, the families I've had the privilege of walking alongside, and all of it traces back to becoming his mom. And then my youngest changed me in ways too, just in different ways. They challenged me to slow down and just truly see each of my children in front of me instead of the child I expected, right? They taught me about advocacy, about celebrating differences, about letting go of what I thought parenting was supposed to look like, and about meeting a child where they are instead of trying to fit them into someone else's timeline. So looking back now, I realize something really beautiful is that neither of them taught me the same lesson, but together they shaped me into the mom I am today. And they shaped me into the therapist I've become. And one of the things I teach my psychology students is that development doesn't stop when we become adults. We often spend so much time watching our children grow that I think we forget something that's equally important, is that parents are growing too. And we become more patient, more resilient, more flexible. And we learn to tolerate uncertainty, sometimes easier times than others, right? We learn to let go of control. We grieve old seasons while making room for new ones. Because parenthood doesn't just shape our children, it also quietly shapes us. And I don't think we talk about that enough. So when I first became a mom, people constantly told me, enjoy every moment. And I know people mean well when they say that. And over the years, I've realized something different is the goal isn't to enjoy every moment. Some moments are exhausting. Some moments are heartbreaking. Some are messy. The goal is to just notice the moments, to be present enough to recognize that even the hard moments are part of a much bigger story. One day, the bedtime stories end and the backpacks get bigger and the hugs become less frequent, but the conversations become deeper. And before you know it, they're standing at the beginning of their senior year and you're wondering where the time went. So when I reread that kindergarten blog I wrote, one sentence stood out to me. I wrote, "This too shall pass." And back then I wrote those words to help me survive a difficult season or a hard season at the time. And today they mean something completely different, because sometimes I wish I could sit next to that younger version of myself, the mom that was crying at kindergarten drop off, the mom that's crying now, right? Wondering if she was doing enough, worrying about all the years that were to come, worrying about all the years ahead. And I'd hug her and I'd tell her, you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up and you just love them well. And the rest just has a way of unfolding. And maybe that's what I'd say to every parent just standing at a transition, whether you're dropping your child off for preschool, watching them climb onto the school bus, sending them to middle school, or just getting ready for their senior year, is that you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up. You just have to love them well. And the rest has a way of unfolding. So looking back now, I realized something, is that every stage left something behind. It left a memory, a lesson, a different version of myself. And I spent so many years watching my children grow. I didn't realize I was growing too. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts our children give us. So thank you for being here and letting me share a little piece of my family story. And if you're in a season of transition now, whether you're starting preschool, middle school, high school, or getting ready to leave home, I hope you always remember this, as your child is becoming who they're meant to be, and so are you. And thank you, Hugh, and thank you, Len, for being two of my greatest teachers. I will never stop being grateful that I get to be your mom. And I'll see you next week.